Within your digestive tract resides a complex ecosystem of trillions of microbial organisms known as the gut microbiome. This massive community of bacteria, viruses, and fungi plays a fundamental role in your overall metabolic health. Scientists now recognize that your gut microbiome acts almost like an independent endocrine organ inside your body. It produces hundreds of chemical compounds that actively communicate with your brain, immune system, and fat cells. One of the most fascinating aspects of gut health is its direct influence on weight regulation. Clinical studies show that lean individuals have a significantly more diverse gut microbiome than those with obesity. The ratio of two major groups of bacteria, Bacteroidetes and Firmicutes, appears to impact how you extract energy. A higher proportion of Firmicutes is associated with more efficient calorie extraction from the foods you eat. This means two people could eat the identical meal, but extract different amounts of calories based on their bacteria. Your gut microbes also influence your appetite directly by regulating hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin. Certain beneficial bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs, when they ferment dietary fiber in your colon. The three primary short-chain fatty acids produced are acetate, propionate, and a highly important compound called butyrate. Butyrate serves as the primary energy source for the cells lining your colon, maintaining a strong gut barrier. These short-chain fatty acids stimulate the release of satiety hormones, like peptide YY, and glucagon-like peptide 1. Glucagon-like peptide 1, or GLP-1, is the exact hormone simulated by modern blockbuster weight loss medications. By naturally boosting your body's GLP-1 production, a healthy microbiome helps you feel full and satisfied. Conversely, a damaged or low-diversity gut microbiome can lead to chronic low-grade inflammation throughout the body. When the gut barrier is compromised, bacterial components, called lipopolysaccharides, can leak into your systemic circulation. This condition, commonly known as leaky gut, triggers an immune response that can promote metabolic dysfunction. Systemic inflammation from leaky gut is closely linked to insulin resistance, making weight loss exceptionally difficult. The gut microbiome also communicates with your central nervous system through the bidirectional gut-brain axis. Approximately 90% of your body's serotonin, the primary mood-regulating neurotransmitter, is produced in the gut. Gut bacteria stimulate cells in your intestinal lining to produce serotonin, which then signals your brain via the vagus nerve. This means the health of your gut bacteria directly impacts your mood, anxiety levels, and food cravings. Beneficial microbes can reduce cravings for sugar and highly processed foods by sending satisfaction signals to your brain. On the other hand, certain opportunistic bacteria thrive on simple sugars and can trigger intense cravings to feed themselves. Fortunately, you have immense control over the composition of your gut microbiome through your daily dietary choices. The single most effective way to improve gut diversity is to increase your intake of prebiotic dietary fibers. Prebiotics are non-digestible carbohydrates that serve as a selective food source for your beneficial gut bacteria. Excellent dietary sources of prebiotics include garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, Jerusalem artichokes, and slightly green bananas. You should also focus on consuming a wide variety of different plant-based foods each single week. Leading gut researchers recommend eating at least 30 different plant species weekly to support microbial diversity. This includes a colorful mix of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, herbs, and spices. In addition to prebiotics, you can introduce live beneficial bacteria directly into your system through probiotic foods. Traditional fermented foods are rich sources of diverse probiotic strains that can temporarily colonize your gut. Incorporate unsweetened yogurt, kefir, fermented milk, raw sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, tempeh, and traditional kombucha into your diet. Be sure to choose fermented products that contain active, live cultures rather than those that are pasteurized. Conversely, you should actively limit factors that destroy your gut microbiome and reduce microbial diversity. Diets high in ultra-processed foods, refined sugars, and unhealthy saturated fats promote the growth of harmful bacteria. Artificial sweeteners have also been shown in clinical trials to negatively alter the composition of gut microbes. Chronic high stress levels can damage the gut lining and negatively affect the balance of your bacteria. Sleep deprivation is another overlooked factor that can disrupt the circadian rhythms of your gut microbiome. Finally, the overuse of broad-spectrum antibiotics can completely wipe out beneficial bacterial populations for several months. While antibiotics are crucial life-saving medicines, they should only be used when absolutely medically necessary. Rebuilding your gut microbiome after antibiotic treatment requires a concentrated effort on fiber and fermented foods. Remember, dietary changes can begin shifting your gut microbial composition in as little as 24 hours. Consistency is key, as your gut bacteria will revert to their old profile if you return to poor eating habits. Prioritizing your gut health is a powerful, science-backed leverage point for achieving long-term metabolic health. By feeding your microbes well, you allow them to support your metabolism, reduce inflammation, and naturally control hunger. This information is for general educational purposes only and should not be taken as medical advice. Consult a qualified healthcare professional before making any significant changes to your nutrition or lifestyle. Focus on whole, single-ingredient foods to provide the ideal environment for a thriving, healthy gut microbiome. Your trillions of tiny microbial partners will reward you with improved energy, better mood, and effortless weight management. Invest in your gut health today to build a resilient foundation for your long-term physical well-being. Step by step, a diverse and balanced gut microbiome will transform your metabolic relationship with food. Pay attention to how different foods make you feel, noting the connection between digestion and vitality. Cultivate a lifestyle that nourishes your inner microbial ecosystem for a healthier, happier version of yourself. By choosing nutrient-dense options, you actively select which bacterial populations flourish in your digestive tract. The microbes that thrive on healthy fibers will produce the metabolites that keep your cellular functions running smoothly. Avoid the trap of restrictive dieting, which can inadvertently starve key families of your beneficial gut microbes. Instead, focus on abundance, bringing a colorful array of plant fibers to your plate at every single meal. Your body is not a simple machine that converts calories to energy in a sterile, chemical vacuum. It is a complex biological engine that works in close partnership with a massive network of living organisms. When you align your nutrition to support this symbiotic relationship, weight loss becomes a natural side effect of health. A healthy microbiome acts as your silent partner, working around the clock to optimize your metabolic efficiency. Nurture this partnership through mindfulness, daily physical movement, proper hydration, and restful sleep. Listen to the subtle signals of your body, recognizing that a calm gut often leads to a clear and focused mind. The journey to metabolic health starts from within, specifically in the delicate balance of your intestinal flora. Equip your kitchen with the foods that fuel your gut helpers, making health a daily, delicious habit. By supporting your microbiome, you unlock the biological levers of true, sustainable vitality and lifelong wellness. A diverse diet behaves like a natural fertilizer, encouraging the growth of hundreds of symbiotic microbial species. Different bacterial strains specialize in breaking down different classes of plant compounds and structural fibers. For example, Bifidobacteria excel at fermenting complex milk sugars and specialized plant prebiotics. Lactobacillus species thrive in acidic environments and help prevent the overgrowth of harmful pathogens. Akkermansia mucinifila is a highly beneficial strain that helps regulate the thickness of your gut mucus barrier. A thick mucus layer is absolutely vital for preventing foreign particles from crossing into your bloodstream. When Akkermansia is well nourished, it supports your metabolic health and improves overall insulin sensitivity. You can support Akkermansia by consuming foods rich in polyphenol, such as dark berries, green tea, and cocoa. These colorful plant compounds are digested by your microbes, producing health-promoting secondary metabolites. The metabolites produced by a healthy microbiome can directly influence your body's storage of fat. They help activate genes that promote fat oxidation, while suppressing genes that promote fat storage. This biological interaction shows why focusing solely on calorie math is an incomplete approach to nutrition. By feeding the right bacteria, you turn on the metabolic pathways that support a lean and healthy body. Start incorporating one new prebiotic or probiotic food into your daily routine starting tomorrow. Small, consistent adjustments will compound over time.